If you are in the talking stage with a guy, here are 5 things that if they do these things, run the opposite direction. And some of these are very self-explanatory. Number 1, if he doesn't want to be seen in public with you, that is the biggest red flag ever. Like, if you're inviting him out places and he's saying, like, no, just come over to my place, like, just come over. That is the biggest red flag. He does not want to be seen with you and he's just using you. So leave him. 2, if he doesn't want people knowing that you're, like, seeing each other or that you hooked up or this or that, like, if he's being secretive around you, like, and not telling his friends about you, that is a red flag. A lot of people have their reasons for not sharing things about relationships. I, for one, don't think you should share everything about a relationship. But also, when I like someone, like, it's something that I want to talk about with my close friends. Like, I want to talk about this guy that I'm seeing. 3, if he has a girl best friend, that's not a problem. Like, I have a lot of guy friends. Like, that is not a problem. But keep your goddamn eye out. 70% of the time, the girl best friends are, like, the nicest people ever. But that other 30% of the time, girl, they are preying on your downfall. One of my exes had a girl best friend who was so nice to my face, and turns out she was trying to get with my boyfriend the entire time we were together. So if your boyfriend knows that his girl best friend has a crush on him, be careful. If a guy that you're talking to is, like, not responding to your messages and, like, leaving you undelivered for, like, a day, the honest truth is that he probably doesn't want to talk to you. Like, my thing is, if I genuinely like someone and someone likes me, like, we usually talk pretty often. But the matter of fact is you deserve someone who you feel like wants to talk to you and wants to spend time with you. So, I don't know, maybe that's kind of a red flag. If you guys have just been talking for, like, a very short period of time, if he's moving really, really fast and, like, wow, this guy really, really likes me, watch out, because you could very well be getting love bombed and you don't even know it, because it is the worst feeling ever. So if he's, like, a week in telling you that he loves you, babe, I'd be scared. And those are just a couple of red flags that I've dealt with and I don't like.
Ladies, my top 5 biggest red flags you're looking for a guy. Number 1, too nice. If a guy is too nice, he is manipulative. It is what it is. No normal person is way too nice. I would be fucking like, yo, are you a psychopath, bro? Like, you're way too nice. Who's the real you? And that's what you realize, you know, that's how a lot of girls get caught up in these narcissistic guys, because he's so super nice in the beginning. And then you realize, whoa, that was just an act. Of course. Like, come on now, common sense. Number 2, doesn't have a job for an extended period of time. How the fuck you gonna have a future? If a grown-ass man is okay with not having a job for more than a month, I mean, that's on you. You should already know the vibes. Tells you to cut off all your friends. If a guy is telling you to cut off all your friends, he's a narcissist, and he's trying to control you mentally and emotionally. You should never do that. That's very fucking dangerous, right? Number 4, always playing the victim card. Listen, if a guy's always playing the victim card, he lacks a sense of accountability. Don't ever do it. Number 5, leads with wallet. If a guy leads with his wallet, that means he's trying to control you with his money. He thinks he could buy everything.
Red flags and guys, let's go. Number 1, if he is 25 years old or above and his main form of communication is Snapchat, major red flag. Like, if I'm out and about and you approach me asking me what's my Snapchat versus, like, my number or my Instagram, I automatically think you're shady. Second red flag is whenever he posts on social media like he's an influencer, but he's not an influencer. Like, I'm sorry, but why are you uploading selfies on your story? Why do you have highlights of every city you've been like you've been flown out? It's just such an ick. Red flag number 3 is whenever he is wearing the Van Cleef bracelet. I am all for guys accessorizing, okay? I actually encourage it. But a Van Cleef bracelet is like a marker for a sassy man. Like, girl, I promise you, if he's wearing a Van Cleef bracelet, he wants you to show up at his doorstep with flowers, okay? If he goes to any warehouse gym versus like a traditional gym, red flag, run. As somebody who used to work out at a warehouse gym and been to places like Alphalete, run.
Let us talk about something a lot of us do not want to admit. It's not that you are confused, but we just choose to turn a blind eye, choosing to actually ignore all the signs because deep down we like this person, or because we have invested a lot of time, energy, and effort into this relationship. These are the red flags that most of the time we always think that they are not. Actually, we tend to turn away from the truth that these signs are red flags in our relationship. Without wasting a lot of time, let me take you through these red flags with other videos from our creators.
I genuinely think that people are so focused on fake red flags that they see on social media that they'll miss the real ones, especially if they have anxious attachment issues. Like, I see people say, oh, coffee on the first date is a red flag, or if he double texts, it's a red flag. But those aren't red flags. They're barely noteworthy in any direction. So here's 7 actual red flags that way too many people ignore, especially if you have anxious attachment, because they make you cling on tighter. Number 1, he tries to make you feel insecure. This one can be tough to pinpoint because it's not always overt negging. A lot of times it's way more subtle than that. Subtle implications that you're dumb, negative or passive-aggressive comments about your hair, outfit, body, whatever, intentionally bringing up other women to try and keep you on your toes, mocking or belittling you, especially in front of other people. It's a test. He's trying to see if you have more respect for yourself than he has for you. Number 2, he can't control his emotions. He says things and apologizes later saying, I didn't really mean them. He throws things, he raises his voice. Number 3 is related, but getting physical, especially in anger. Sometimes this looks like play fighting that goes too far, so it's a little difficult to tell. Other times it's more obvious than that, like he's pushing you, he's slapping you, or he's physically threatening you, saying stuff like, I'll knock you out. Number 4 is joking about cheating. One-off jokes, maybe he just has a bad sense of humor, but healthy guys are not joking about this. Number 5 is having no long-term friends. Now, I'm not saying his friendships should look like yours where they're going out to brunch every weekend. Male friendships are just different and sometimes involve lower levels of contact, but he should have that one buddy from middle school and that group of guys that he hangs out with periodically. Number 6 is following a million bikini models on Instagram. These guys are never going to be satisfied with one woman. They're corn-brained, so hard pass if his following looks like an SEC sorority roster. Number 7 is hiding you from people, and I'm not just talking about posting you on social media. If he's not a big social media guy, don't force it. But he should be introducing you to his friends and family, and they should have heard something about you and not just be surprised that he's dating someone. Quit obsessing over fake red flags, start watching out for real ones.
After my most recent dating experience, I've learned and can confirm that the biggest red flag and the worst quality a man can have that us ladies need to be cautious of is he lustful? Is he lustful, and does he pretend like he's not lustful? Because let me tell you, there is something so dangerous about a man who is clearly lustful that pretends like he's a saint. He lacks control, he lacks discipline, he lacks the ability to feel satisfied from one source. Therefore, he's constantly seeking external validation to validate and satisfy his ego. And on top of this all, he's lying to you about it. So therefore, it means that he's not proud of who he is when he looks at himself in the mirror. Being with a man like this will slowly, if not immediately, destroy your self-worth. So if you have the slightest inkling that the man you're talking to could be lustful, I would recommend you to turn your ass 180 degrees and walk away, because that relationship will not end well.
If a man does this one thing, it's a huge sign that he might become dangerous or violent later down the line. One of the first signs that you're dating somebody who might have violent tendencies is aggressive driving. And it's more than just bad behavior on the road. It's a glimpse into how they handle control and power. This could look like speeding, tailgating, weaving through traffic, ignoring stop signs, blowing through red lights. And what's alarming is not just the risk to your safety, it's the mindset behind it, right? They don't care about how it makes you feel or the danger that they're putting you in. A man who truly cares about you will drive in a way that makes you feel safe and secure, not terrified. So how he drives says a lot about how he respects you and how he values your well-being. So all this to say that don't overlook how somebody drives, because aggressive driving isn't just about the road, it's a reflection of their character. So if he's putting your safety at risk, take it seriously and trust your instincts.
These are some of the red flags in relationships that we always turn a blind eye against. I'll be taking you through with the very first one is a partner who is a cheat. A partner who has ever cheated, that one, it's a red flag. It implies that sometime to come, he will cheat again, or he or she will cheat again. Then the second one is a liar. Liars are always liars. They will still remain lying at one point or the other. And then the third is partners who always act single in, for example, you are in public and your partner acts single. That one is also a red flag. Then the other kind of partner is girl or boy best friend. For the men, it is girl best friend, and for the ladies, it is boy best friend. My dear, your relationship, that is already a red flag in your relationship, so don't tolerate it. And then the other one is someone who is too friendly to the opposite sex. If this partner doesn't have a boundary, he doesn't have boundaries where to stop that this is my. And by the way, let me tell you something. People of the opposite sex are always not friends with you. They always want something from you, not friendship. And then lastly, a mama's boy, or this is for the men actually, mommy's boy. That is also a red flag in a relationship. I don't mean in all relationships, but in some of the relationships. It is these their mothers who always choose for them what to do and what not to do in a relationship. Actually, it's the mother that takes control of the relationship.